Notice is hereby given of the regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Town of Westfield in the County of Union, New Jersey at 7 p.m. on the evening of Thursday, April 20th, 2023 in Cafeteria B of Westfield High School, 550 Dorian Road, Westfield, New Jersey. The purpose of the meeting is to transact the regular business of the board and to transact any other business to come properly before the board. This is to advise the general public and to instruct that it be recorded in the minutes that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled the Open Public Meetings Act, the Westfield School Board on Monday, April 17th, 2023, caused to be posted at the office of the Board of Education, located at 302 Elm Street, Westfield, New Jersey, and delivered to the Westfield Leader, the Star Ledger, the Westfield Library, Town Clerk of Westfield, Tap into Westfield, and Patch.com, a meeting notice setting forth the time, date, and location of this meeting. Patty, can I have a roll call, please?
Sahar Aziz, Rob Bonaccio,
Here.
Michael Bielin,
Here.
Kent Diamond,
Here.
Brendan Galligan,
Here.
Layla Morelli,
Here.
Sonal Patel,
Here.
Kristen Sonic Schmeltz,
Here.
Mary Wickens.
Here.
Thank you. And Mike, you give us the flag salute, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, we are thrilled to welcome several of our winter athletic teams tonight to congratulate them on their phenomenal seasons. Our winter boys track and field athletes earned county and sectional titles before securing the Group 4 state championship. There were impressive performances at the Meet of Champions and 3 All-American relays at the New Balance Indoor Nationals. I'll leave it to Coach Stefelski to say more about this inspiring team, but first I'll call up each athlete alphabetically to receive a certificate of recognition from our superintendent, Dr. Gonzalez, before proceeding to the stage for a photograph. Jonathan Bufara. Iman Collins. Daniel Cortez. Daniel is named All-American for the 4x-mile relay. Ryan Daly. Ryan was also named All-American for the 4x-mile relay and the 4x800 relay. Emmanuel Gainello. Douglas Gee. Luke Gurney. Luke Gurney. James Gilday. Jimmy was named All-American for the 4x800 relay. Sinu Glasgow. Avery Keith. Avery was named All-American for the distance medley relay and the 4x-mile relay. Graham Corrins. Graham was on the 6th place relay team at the Meet of Champions. Mason Marino. Eamon Mason. Eamon was also on the 6th place relay team at the Meet of Champions. Liam Murillo. Liam was also named All-American for the 4x800 relay. Rowan McMahill. Taj Mehta. Taj was also named All-American for the distance medley relay and the 4x-mile relay. Owen Paul. Noah Perez. Noah Petrassi. Joe Piero. Joe is also named All-American for the distance medley relay. Tyler Petrowitz. Jonathan Scalia. Jonathan was named All-American for the distance medley relay and the 4x800 relay. Leo Schwartz. Andrew Singer. Andrew is also on the 6th place relay team at the Meet of Champions. Ethan Stack. Alexander Valencia. Alex was also on the 6th place relay team at the Meet of Champions. And our coaches, Eric Anderson, Sam Hyman, John Preston, Ricardo Johnson, and head coach Chris Stafelsky. Chris, would you like to say a few words at the podium?
Everything works together so well. The Westfield Boosters are a tremendous supporter of our team. The families, the parents, they sacrifice so much so that their kids can accomplish what they do. And for so many of these kids, it's a multi-sport or multi-season commitment. A lot of these guys are with us 3 seasons, 2 seasons. It's a tremendous investment of time and energy on the part of the kids, but also on the part of the families that support them in so many ways and support us in so many ways. This is a tremendous group of kids. I would put this group of kids up against any track and field team in the history of Westfield, which says a lot. And I wasn't around for the late 1970s Gary Keller era of Westfield football and track and field, but I would put these guys up against those teams. We've got, you can win a state meet in track with like 3 kids. And so I think it's really special when you get this many people into the action at once. We qualified 16 kids for the Meet of Champions this year, which is by far the most kids we've had make it through all the rounds of the state tournament, and bringing as many kids to the national meet as we were able to bring. They're incredibly committed. They work incredibly hard. They're wonderful people, and our coaching staff really they commit so much time and energy into what they do. Sam Heyman, Ricardo Johnson, who's a volunteer for us in the winter, Eric Anderson, and John Preston as well, who's also a volunteer in the winter. And they're at practice every single day, giving everything they can to the kids, knowing that something like this might be possible. So I get to be the guy to stand here and speak. But really, when you have jumpers, hurdlers, pole vaulters, sprinters, distance runners, throwers, you got every kind of athlete in the sport of track and field. And it's impossible for one person to do all that. So without the staff that we have, I'm tremendously proud of their efforts in guiding these guys. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the spring.
The boys swimming team also captured county, sectional, and state titles, finishing their undefeated season at 15-0 and winning their first ever Public A state champion since 2016. We'll hear from Coach Knight in a moment after I call the swimmers up alphabetically. Please remember to proceed to the stage after receiving your certificate of recognition from Dr. Gonzalez. Dylan Altman. Hudson Berg. Artem Dobrovlowski. Michael Fisher. Adam Goddard. Charles Jekyll. Colin Kavanaugh. Dylan Lagarimis. Cameron Lindenberg. Leo Mangiamile. Flynn Martin. Daniel McGann. Archili Mitsuri. Leah Mulkeen. Benedict Nemetazara. Daniel Pierce. Clark Cedar. Cole Sharkey. Logan Swenson. Christian Tedesco. Alejandro Villar. Owen Wadeville. Owen is also under consideration for the All-American for the 50 freestyle. Nathan Welsh. Caleb Wiggins. Hudson Wilcombs. And Wes Young. Coach Knight, you're welcome to tell us more about this team's amazing season.
Thank you very much. I'll be brief. This was a county, sectional, and state championship team, and they finished the number one team as the number one team in the state. They also were the top PowerPoint team in school history and also in state history. This was a fantastic group of young men who represented this town in an exemplary manner. Their hard work and dedication and that of their parents should definitely be commended. This was our 27th team title, and this is truly the best team in school history. So thank you.
The girls' swim team also had a dominating season, remaining undefeated in the regular season and earning the North 2 Public A sectional title. According to High's Eye Sports Reporting, the Blue Devils finished 15-1 with 7 records broken during the course of the season. There were individual swim state titles earned, as well as All-American honors. As I call you up alphabetically to receive a certificate, please proceed to the stage to await a photograph. Abigail Babel. Abby also swam with the 200 medley relay that earned a state title and was named All-American for a number of events, including the 200 medley relay. Isabella Brodus. Emily Constable. Emily also received the state title for the 100 backstroke and was part of the 200 medley relay that earned a state title as well. She's named an All-American for a number of events, including the 200 medley relay and the 100 backstroke. Ava Contract. Sophia Drosowski. Sophia Fussman. Isabella Giacobel. Sydney Gross. Emily Kapusinski. Lauren Lane. Charlotte Lehman. Catherine Lee. Claire Logan. Claire also received the state title for the 50 freestyle and 100 backstroke and was part of the 200 medley relay that earned a state title as well. She is named All-American for a number of events, including the 200 medley relay, the 100 freestyle, and the 100 backstroke. Brooke McAndrew. Brooke also swam with the 200 medley relay that earned a state title and was named All-American for a number of events, including the 200 medley relay. Jacqueline Moser. Meenakshi Oberoi. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Tyler Partridge. Olivia Paulino. Athena Perry Ellis. Catherine Jordan. Alyssa Rubenstein. Olivia Ruiz. Cecilia Wiggins. Chloe Yu. Clara Yu. Team manager Jillian Kuyat. And manager Isabel Shi. Coach Whittington, you're invited to the podium to say a few words about these sectional champions.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting my team. And this group of girls has done such an amazing job this year, and I just couldn't be any prouder of them. They have so many accomplishments. They've essentially rewritten the record board of Westfield High School. I joke that we're costing the township a whole bunch of money for replacing all the records that we've done this year. But that's a good problem to have. Besides that, they've worked so hard throughout the whole season. They were focused the whole time and sort of knew, everyone knew their role. And what a great group of girls, what a great community. And I'm very proud to be their coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you to all the student athletes, their coaches, and families for joining us tonight. We always enjoy celebrating these student successes. Patrick, I hear it's your birthday. And Mary has a song she wants to sing for you. Yes, I do.
Are you going to join them?
Maybe.
I'm doing it by myself. Okay, that's my fave. How old are you? 18. He's 18.
Oh boy.
Ready? I'll look at you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patrick. Happy birthday to you.
I'm sure he's voting yes on Tuesday.
All right, any other announcements, Mary?
Okay. The Westfield Green Team's annual free market event will be back this Saturday, April 22nd, for its 5th year at the South Avenue train station lot. Between 11:30 a.m. and 2 p.m., browse and take home yard sale quality items at no cost, such as clothing, kitchen items, garden tools, housewares, sports equipment, books, and more. Donation time slots are no longer available. For more information on the free market and all Westfield Earth Month events, including volunteer opportunities, please visit www.westfieldnj.gov/earthmonth.
Thank you, Mary. Sonal?
This is a reminder to all Westfield residents that the board election and budget vote is next Tuesday, April 25th. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Information on Board of Education candidates can be found on the board election page under the board tab on the district website, including candidate bios and a recording of the candidates forum hosted by the Parent Teacher Council on April 13th. Also, if you have yet to do so, please visit the April Budget Vote portal on the district website to learn more about the 2023-2024 school district operating budget.
Thank you, Sonal. Layla?
The Center for Creativity at the Rialto is celebrating Autism Awareness Month with a number of free community events for all ages. 2 documentaries will be shown on April 26th and April 30th, followed by discussion. Learn more and reserve a ticket at centerforcreativity.art/exhibits. Tickets are free but must be reserved in advance.
Thank you, Layla. Kent?
All right. To celebrate National Mental Health Awareness Month, the Westfield Mental Health Council will present a Mental Health Day of free activities on Sunday, April 30th. The day begins with a Walk for Cake. Cake means compassion, acceptance, kindness, empathy, in Minnewaska Park from 10:30 a.m. to noon, followed by a mental health fair from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the YMCA Bauer Branch at 422 East Broad Street. More information is available at westfieldnj.gov/mental health. Second announcement, the Westfield Recreation Department and the Westfield Police Department are hosting Autism Family Day this Saturday, April 22nd, from noon to 2 p.m. in the Recreation Community Room at 425 East Broad Street. The event will offer food, music, sensory games, therapy dogs, and more fun. To reserve a ticket, visit the events page at wpdnj.org, or you can email specialneeds@wpdnj.org or call 908-789-6078 with any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Kent. Rob?
A Westfield team from Roosevelt Intermediate School placed first in the state finals of the Odyssey of the Mind competition earlier this month in Princeton. The team received a perfect score of 350 in a Division II vehicle problem as they worked together to construct a pirate ship with wheels and a battery-powered motor, which they sailed to reclaim stolen treasure to return to a fictional queen. Odyssey of the Mind is a problem-solving competition that poses unique, open-ended questions to participants while emphasizing teamwork, budgeting, time management, public speaking, and more. Congratulations to the Roosevelt team of 7th graders, Hudson Crotty, Lucas Gesser, Jaden Liu, and Kai Vasquez, and 8th graders, Alex Giangoni and Devin Regas, along with Coach Ted Vasquez.
Thank you, Rob. Kristen?
The Downtown Westfield Corporation is hosting Midday Madness, an interactive hunt for clues in downtown Westfield this Saturday, April 22nd, from 1 to 4 p.m. Arrive just before 1 p.m. at 100 Quimby Street to receive a list of clues. Cost to participate is $9 for adults and children 12 and under. Register at downtown.westfieldnj.gov prior to the event. There will be no on-site registration. Rain date is Sunday, April 23rd. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. Mike?
Yes, the Downtown Club of Westfield has announced the deadline for receipt of nominations for the 25th Annual Intermediate School Outstanding Teacher Award. The deadline is Friday, May 5th. 2 intermediate school teachers, one each from Edison and Roosevelt Intermediate Schools, will be selected to receive an award at the Board of Education meeting in June and an Optimist Club dinner in September. More information, including online nominating form, is posted in the news section of the district website at westfieldnjk12.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. The next regular public meeting of the Board of Education will be on Tuesday, May 9th in Cafeteria B of Westfield High School, beginning at 7 p.m. We look forward to welcoming the intermediate and high school student musicians who performed at state and regional ensembles. We'll also recognize the winners of the Phil Hauer Award and the new Steengraff Award, both sponsored by the Rotary Club of Westfield. As always, the meeting will be live streamed via the district YouTube channel, which viewers can access on the board tab of the district website. The complete agenda will be available on Friday, May 5th, also on the board tab. Dr. Gonzalez, do we have an administration report tonight?
It's kind of strange not to have a clicker in my hand, being prepared to do a formal presentation of the board budget for next year, the school district budget for next year. But today actually marked the end of our public engagement session, and I'm thrilled just that as a board and an administration that we set forth a goal in the beginning of the year to make sure that we focused on engaging in an information campaign that really was intended to do two things. It was intended to make sure that we informed our public about what our school budget vote was going to be all about. And over time, that presentation evolved and responded to the constant feedback and questions that we received. And I was just thrilled to be able to present that each and every time with members of the board in attendance, as well as Patty Ramos, our business administrator, in her first year in the role. So congratulations on a job well done. The other reason for the budget presentations was also to create an opportunity for engagement. Board meetings are not necessarily designed to be a back and forth dialogue between members of the board and the administration and the public. Although we have a public comment session, it's really designed to provide opportunities for the public to come and present feedback to the board and administration as they deliberate and engage in the business of running the district. But through the engagement sessions, we had ample opportunities for members of the public to ask questions, to ask very targeted questions, to ask questions for clarification, and also just to ensure that their understanding of what we were presenting on April 25th was clear and accurate. So I, again, am thrilled at the work that had taken place. And for my report this evening, I would like to just summarize some of those efforts that we had taken this year to fulfill our district goal of creating an information campaign to engage our school community. We are grateful to all of those who availed themselves of the many opportunities offered over the past few months to educate themselves about the budget. And those opportunities included the series of 5 budget presentations at the Board of Education meetings starting in January and running through the final budget vote approved by the board on March 28th. More than 1,300 viewers tuned in via live stream or watched the recordings of the meetings on the district's YouTube channel. Others attended the meeting in person. We also had 8 community engagement sessions, 2 in person and 6 virtual, with 1 dedicated to staff and another hosted by the Lifelong Westfield for our senior residents. Attendance at these sessions ranged from 2 to more than 150, and nevertheless, the presentations were as comprehensive and engaged, regardless of the size of the audience. Our April budget vote portal, with nearly 3,000 views and counting, has been used to provide information and has been updated throughout the process as the budget was developed and finalized. Our budget explainer video, that 12-minute video posted on district's YouTube channel and the budget portal and shared via our principals' newsletters, were also viewed by approximately 230 interested viewers, and that number continues to increase as we approach the April 25th budget vote. And then last but not least, a letter to the editor which summarizes what's in the budget, the 2 questions that will be on the ballot, plus how we got to this point, were all included and posted on the budget portal and published to the TAP and the Westfield Leader. I want to thank also our many community partners who helped to spread the word about the community engagement sessions. And to all of our Westfield voters, please visit our local polling stations between the hours of 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. next Tuesday, April 25th, to cast your vote on this important investment in our students and our schools. Thank you. That concludes my report this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. Patrick. All right, we'll give you a pass for your birthday. All right, with that, I'll open up public comment. During this portion of the meeting, I skipped ahead. Committee reports. SIP.
Sure. SIP met on March 30th. It's also a pretty short report. During our meeting, we discussed open and progressing items, how to prioritize those in light of the retirement of Dr. Pinero, made a few decisions on the things that we can pursue in the short term and some items that we think were best fit and suited to defer to his replacement when that person's hired. We also discussed renewing our partnership with the Kane University Diversity Council to host graduate education courses in the Holocaust study. That was met with pretty much resounding support to continue that effort as well. Before the board tonight, 3 items. First is item A is on second reading an engineering and design course and a woodworking 1 and 2 courses. Item B are 3 district field trips. One of the ones I want to highlight, not that they were all very special, but one of the ones I want to highlight is a field trip for grades 3 and 5 special education classes at Wilson Elementary. They're going to visit various locations in downtown Westfield, which I think it's great. This is a continuing partnership that we're seeing with the downtown and our local business owners to bring our students, downtown and supportive of our community. So thanks very much for that. And the last is the approval of 2 student teaching interns. Next meeting is April 27th.
Thank you, Rob. Mike, Finance and Facilities.
Yes, we didn't have a Finance and Facilities Committee meeting that was canceled at the last minute. The focus has been on the budget, which, as you see, as we talked multiple times, the vote is on this Tuesday. There's a meeting scheduled, and the date of the next meeting, Patty?
It's the Friday before May 9th. I have to look.
Okay, it's the Friday before May 9th. I won't be there.
May
Thank you.
May 5th. May 5th.
That's my report.
Thank you, Mike. Policy, Personnel, and Governance.
Hi. Okay, so we had our policy meeting on the 13th, and tonight I will be moving 8 policies and 3 regulations based on Strauss ESME policy alerts. There are 3 policies and 1 repeal for second reading. A few of the highlights of these new policies to keep in sync with Strauss ESME's recommendations are that 0144 board member orientation and training specifies that training should be in the first 90 days. 3217 and 4217, the use of corporal punishment is a new policy that has been a statute, and it was recommended to be adapted by all districts. Regulation 5530 and 7432 are mandatory regarding substance abuse. It outlined discipline for violation in accordance with the Code of Conduct, and eye protection regulation is required to be approved. 7440 is the school security policy. It involves critical incident mapping data working with an approved vendor due to legislation and funding from the state. The 2 repeals, 9100 and 9140, are due to the language of the rationale. Other policies include the same language and are therefore redundant. We also reviewed our job description for the Director of Human Resources, as our beloved Barbara Ball will be retiring, and Sonal is going to talk about more of that in a bit. We also reviewed the Code of Conduct, as we are required to do annually. Administration has reported that they're happy, and that a cross-section is not needed at this time because no changes are being recommended, and there's no action at this time regarding the Code of Conduct. We also started developing the board meeting calendar for the 2023 to 2024 board meeting, recognizing the importance of personal and professional obligations. The committee noted that board members are not penalized if they're unable to attend a portion of a meeting for good cause. The draft of this calendar and summaries of all topics discussed are, as always, on the policy agenda and report in the board portal. Same goes for every other committee meeting. And if you have further questions or need information, it's all posted on the portal under the committee folders. And I encourage everyone to thoroughly review all committee notes. This draft board meeting calendar will be presented on the May reorganization agenda. We will be reviewing the 2024-2025 school year calendar at our May 4th meeting and hope to place it on the board agenda in June. Finally, we had a really productive meeting, as you can see. Finally, the committee handbook was discussed, specifically regarding adding topics to committee agendas. It was recommended that all questions to committee chairs be presented via email prior to the meeting for consideration. It was also recommended that the board committee handbook be finalized and adopted by a bylaw, as a bylaw where this and other topics are addressed. Any questions, comments? Okay.
In addition, during our meeting in the personnel section, we had a discussion about the Director of Human Resources position to include recruitment and staffing, records management reporting, policies, law, labor, employee relations, and professional development, as well as some other duties. And the position will change from a non-certified human resources specialist to a certified Director of Human Resources to allow that person to observe teachers and fulfill the role of affirmative action officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonal. Thank you, Layla. Any questions or comments for committee chairs? All right. During this portion of the meeting, the district residents and staff are invited to address the Board of Education on agenda action items only. The board requests that individuals state their name and address for the record, the specific action items they're commenting on, and asks that all remarks be directed to the board president or designee, not to individual board members or staff. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals in speaking. Specifically, comments regarding personnel matters are discouraged and cannot be responded to by the board. Students and employees have specific legal rights afforded by the laws of New Jersey, and the board bears no responsibility nor will be liable for any comments made by members of the public. If a matter concerning a district staff member is of interest or concern to a resident, the matter should be referred to the responsible building principal, the superintendent of schools, or the Board of Education, either by telephone, letter, or email. Although the board may not respond to all items raised during this public forum, all public comments will be considered. Each speaker's statement will be limited to a maximum of 3 minutes in duration. If you'd like to address the board on action items, please come to the podium. All right, seeing nobody. I ask the board to approve the March 28th, 2023 board meeting minutes and the March 28th, 2023 executive session minutes. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kent. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, governance. As Sahara is not here, I ask the board to affirm the superintendent's decision in the HIB incidents attached on the table for the reasons set forth therein. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kent. Patty?
Sahar Aziz, Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Michael Beelin,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Layla Morelli,
I abstain.
Sonal Patel,
Yes.
Kristen Sonic-Schmelz,
Yes.
Mary Wickens.
I abstain.
All right. Personnel, Sonal?
I'd like to ask the board to move items A through X under the personnel section of tonight's agenda. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kent.
Retirements you'd like to address?
I do. Tonight, I'm announcing with regret the retirement of 2 staff members who have given more than 80 years of service to the Westfield students, to the students of Westfield. Since 1998, Stephen Stouffer has been the elementary instrumental music teacher at Wilson and Jefferson schools. He is a true musician whose own love of music is enthusiastically received by his 4th and 5th graders. He differentiates lessons to challenge each student at their readiness level, encouraging and supporting them to improve and succeed. Throughout his career in Westfield, Steve has been the all-city band director. Each year's wonderful concert is a testimony to his hard work and the impressive efforts of the students. He has further supported the district's music program by helping with marching band, band camp, and the 2nd jazz band at the high school. Since joining the Westfield Public School District as an English and French teacher in March of 1967, Barbara Ball has been a constant source of wisdom, dedication, and grace. Along the way, she has served as an English supervisor, foreign language supervisor, and as acting assistant principal at Edison. In September 2007, Mrs. Ball was appointed to lead the Human Resources Department as Human Resource Specialist. Westfield has consistently attracted experienced and well-educated administrators, teachers, and staff, much of that attributable to Mrs. Ball's extensive knowledge of the district and a calm and welcoming demeanor that is unparalleled. She leads the New Staff Institute each year, a 2-year program designed to support first-time educators and those who are new to the district. She has provided a listening ear to countless employees seeking sound advice. She enjoys celebrating the successes of staff in many ways, including the end-of-the-year gala for retirees and employees with 25 years. Mrs. Ball grew up in Westfield, entering Wilson Elementary School in kindergarten and continuing through to graduation from Westfield High School. Her pride in the school district and Westfield is evident in everything she does, and we have been so fortunate to have had the benefit of her experience, expertise, and devotion. We wish Steve and Barbara happy and healthy retirements.
Barbara, it's been a true pleasure working with you for the last 10 and a half years, plus being your neighbor for 20 years before that. One of the parts of being a board member that we don't talk about much in public is the contract negotiations with our associations. And since my second or third year on the board, I've been part of that negotiating team. And you've coached me in the importance of the approach that we take with our contracts, the importance of the relationships with the association, and just thank you for letting me vent my stupid ideas in private so that I don't say them in public. Truly thank you for everything you've done for Westfield. I'm not going to count out the years, but this district is what it is in large part for the staff that we have, and you've been involved in every single staff hire in this district. Thank you. Any other comments?
Yeah, say something about it. Yeah, since I've met Barbara a number of years ago when I first joined the board, it's just been this constant, steady, and in some ways quiet but important demeanor. When Barbara speaks, you know whatever information she's providing is accurate, and it's just everybody can learn from Barbara in this district, and everybody has learned from Barbara in this district. And it's just a steadfast rock that's always been there, and it'll be an empty feeling for this district, but we wish you nothing but the best. Thank you.
All right, Barbara.
Oh,
Barbara,
I'll say something, but I was tearing, so let's hope I get. But as I told Barbara earlier, I, for the longest time, wanted to be a 7th grade honors English teacher. And that is 100% because of Barbara. She was my 7th grade honors English teacher, and obviously she made a huge impact in my life. I was comfortable enough, I remember, on Halloween to stop by your house to use your bathroom. And there were countless other times that I confided in Barbara about personal things. So she's always been there, and it's been a pleasure to work alongside her in a different capacity. I wish you all the best.
Brendan, can I say something? So I haven't had the pleasure of knowing Barbara for that long, but what I will tell you is that you are very beloved in this community. The teachers all talk about how much you mean to them and how kind you are to them and how much information you have. And even in exec sessions, starting at the beginning, someone would say something and you had this background information. There's just a wealth of knowledge that is really a gift. And I think that the people who are part of Westfield and who have been know that a lot of the success is due to a lot of what you've done. So thank you so much.
All right. Barbara, please enjoy your retirement. Fred, enjoy having Barbara around more. And, all right. Anything else you want to address on the agenda? Okay, yep. All right.
Ready?
Patty?
Sahar Aziz, Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Michael Beelan,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Layla Morelli,
Yes.
Sonal Patel,
Yes.
Kristen Sonic-Schmeltz,
Yes.
Mary Wickens.
Yes.
All right. And Dr. Gonzalez?
Yes, I'd like to take the opportunity to highlight that just now the board has approved the opportunity for us to name a new member of the Westfield Public Schools leadership team, as Jackie Spring has now been approved as the assistant principal of Edison Intermediate School. So I'd like to first congratulate Jackie on making the leap and joining the leadership realm, but also to invite her to the podium to say a few words.
Do I just, oh, it's already on. Nice. Hi, everybody. I just would like to take a few minutes to formally thank all of you. I'd also like to take a moment to thank you, Dr. Gonzalez, Dr. Bolton, and also Barbara Ball. I share many of the things you just said about this process. I, throughout, was treated with a great deal of respect and humanity. For me, reinforcing why I believe Westfield is home. I'd like to also thank many of my mentors. I feel like since I've come here, I've just been able to be so fortunate to work with so many well-respected leaders in this district, and I'm so grateful. I have learned how to listen to multiple perspectives. I have learned how to employ creative problem solving, and I've really been able to learn how to trust the process of chipping away at seemingly intractable problems for the pursuit of long-term growth. So I'm really grateful to all of them. I'm really grateful to the time I had with my project fam. They'll always be my family, and I'll just be down the street, is what I often say. I'm grateful to all of them. I plan to take everything I've learned from them down the road to Edison, and I hope to make all of them proud. I'm so humbled, and I'm so excited to grow into this new position. So thanks for giving me a moment to speak.
Congratulations, Jackie. Your next assignment's helping to find a new coordinator for Project 79. All right. Mike?
For Finance and Facilities, I ask the board to move items A through S. Do I have a second? Second. Jonah? I do want to highlight one donation we did receive from the Westfield High School PTO. We received a donation for $30,000 for the courtyard and landscaping at Westfield High School, which brings our donations to date to $279,722.48. So I'd just like to thank both the Westfield PTO and everyone that's donated over the past year. And your donations are greatly appreciated and really give the children the extras that they deserve. Thank you. Do I have any comments or questions before we vote? Okay, Patty?
Sahar Aziz, Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Michael Beelan,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Layla Morelli, Sonal Patel,
Yes.
Kristen Sonic-Schmeltz,
Yes.
Mary Wickens.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Policies?
I'd like to move items A through D under the policy section of tonight's agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
Ken, second. Any discussion, any questions? Nope. Okay.
Sahar Aziz, Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Michael Beelan,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Layla Morelli,
Yes.
Sonal Patel,
Yes.
Kristen Sonic Schmeltz,
Yes.
Mary Wickens.
Yes.
Thank you. SIP.
I'd like to move items A through C on the curriculum instruction and programs portion of the agenda. Have a second? Kristen? Any comments, discussion? Excellent.
Sahar Aziz, Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Michael Beelan,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Layla Morelli,
Yes.
Sonal Patel,
Yes.
Kristen Sonic Schmeltz,
Yes.
Mary Wickens.
Yes.
All right. Ask the board to note the notes for the record. Any unfinished business? I do have unfinished business. Earlier this afternoon, I emailed everybody a resolution. Hope everybody got a chance to read it. Back in 2019, after Dr. Nelson died, I nominated him for an award through the Department of Defense due to political maneuverings and musical chairs. I reintroduced that same resolution in 2021. There have been, again, changes in the personnel at the Department of Defense and our legislators, both state and federal level. So tonight I'm reintroducing that again. Yeah, it's an award the Department of Defense issues to members of the Army who perform a heroic act that results in bodily harm or death in a civilian capacity. The circumstances surrounding Dr. Nelson's death wholly meet those requirements, I believe. And I'm going to keep pushing for it until there's a brass plaque out there showing that Dr. Nelson was awarded the Soldier's Medal by the Department of Defense. Any questions on that? Did everybody get a chance to read it?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Just thank you, Brendan, for keeping pursuing this. I know you've done it over a number of years, and he was a great principal that many students in Westfield loved.
Thank you, Mike. All right, Patty?
So you're going to make a motion to?
Oh, yeah, motion to approve the resolution that I emailed to everybody this afternoon.
You're going to add the resolution to the agenda?
Yes.
And then we're going to do two.
Okay, motion to add that to the agenda.
Second.
Thank you, Kent.
Okay. Just write it down. Sahar Aziz, Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Michael Beelan,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Layla Morelli,
Yes.
Sonal Patel,
Yes.
Kristen Sonic Schmeltz,
Yes.
Mary Wickens.
Yes.
All right, and now a motion to approve the resolution that we just added to the agenda. Can I have a second? Thank you, Rob.
Sahar Aziz, Rob Bonaccio,
Yes.
Michael Beelan,
Yes.
Brendan Galligan,
Yes.
Kent Diamond,
Yes.
Layla Morelli,
Yes.
Sonal Patel,
Yes.
Kristen Sonic Schmeltz,
Yes.
Mary Wickens.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Time to put together a whole bunch of envelopes again. Any other old business? Any new business? Any liaison reports? All right. During this portion of the meeting, we're going to recognize the public for any, during this portion of the meeting, members of the public are invited to address the Board of Education on any topic. The board requests that individuals state their name and address for the record and asks that all remarks be directed to the board president or designee. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Specifically, comments regarding personnel matters are discouraged and cannot be responded to by the board. Students and employees have specific legal rights afforded by the laws of New Jersey, and the board bears no responsibility nor will be liable for comments made by members of the public. If a matter concerning a district staff member is of interest or concern to a resident, the matter should be referred to the responsible building principal, the superintendent of schools, or the Board of Education, either by telephone, letter, or email. Although the board may not respond to items raised during this public forum, all public comments will be considered. Each speaker's statement will be limited to a maximum of 3 minutes in duration. Mr. George.
Kyle George, 605 Short Hills Court. First of all, I think this might be Mike Beelan's last regularly scheduled meeting. Maybe it's not, but if it is, thanks for your service on the board. I have a question about the elections. So my understanding is that school boards are supposed to be nonpartisan. Yet I've seen a bunch of political endorsements of candidates and tickets, like the ticket for this upcoming BOE election, by very partisan people, including the mayor and Congressman Malinowski. I'm confused. Are we nonpartisan or are we partisan? Those endorsements weren't rejected. In fact, they were publicized. We got call to action emails going out to people. Meanwhile, in threads on Facebook, people in the town are, claiming that other candidates that aren't on that ticket are the ones that are political, which I find kind of hypocritical, given that they're not the ones getting endorsed by the town party representatives. So can we just clarify if these are nonpartisan elections or if they are indeed partisan, so we can just clear the air and make sure we're all on the same page? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. George. Would any other members of the public like to address us tonight? All right. Very simply, per statute, Board of Educations are nonpartisan political bodies. Members, anybody running for office is free to campaign however they choose to under the provisions of law. And members of the public, including elected representatives, are free to endorse whoever they choose. And yeah, nobody gives up their right to associate with anybody else by running for office. But these are nonpartisan elections. Nobody runs as a Democrat or Republican or a Reform Party, a Whig. It doesn't matter. We are all citizens of Westfield, and that's how we run for this office. Dr. Gonzalez, anything? Do we have an executive session tonight? No. All right, motion to adjourn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can we say a few words about Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Okay. So this is Mike Beelan's last meeting, and he's choosing not to run again. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for all that you've done for the board and for all that you've done for the community of Westfield, and all that you've done for me answering questions about the college process. And I hope that you enjoy your Tuesday nights eating ribs. I know they're your favorite. Thank you for everything, Mike.
Mike, you were quiet, so I thought you didn't want to say anything tonight. Yeah.
Leave without having something to say, do you?
Well, then let me get my thing first. Mike, I just want to thank you for the 6.5 years that we've worked together. I've known you a little bit longer than that. And not only did you win in 2016, but you ran a year or two before and then put yourself in for a vacancy. Your tenacity paid off in 2016, and it has resulted in 2 full terms plus a couple extra months on this board. You've served on, I believe, at least every committee that we have now. I don't know if you've served on every committee that we've had over the last couple of years, because we had a lot more a couple of years ago. You've been a relentless board member. You've been at, I believe, every meeting except when you were traveling for work. I can't think of a time when you missed a meeting for anything other than a plane ticket somewhere else. So I just thank you for your dedication to the schools, the town of Westfield, and this board.
Thank you.
Actually, you mind if I add some accolades to that? Sorry, I know you want to speak, but I can't miss the opportunity. So very briefly, I've had the pleasure of being, of knowing Mike even outside the board, and I've seen a number of people come up to him since he was elected and thereafter saying, Mike, why do you do this? Why are you here? Why did you put yourself out there? And the answer is always the same, no matter how the question's phrased, and it's for the kids. And it's a matter of fact, simple answer, and it is heartfelt, it is honest, it is clear, and it is inspiring, quite frankly, for those who ask the question. Because there's no better reason to do anything. And I think it's probably led to a lot of folks who maybe were not paying attention to school boards or districts or being involved with just the young people in town to probably decide to look at that again and step in. So thanks very much for running, for putting yourself out there, and for doing things for the kids. Much appreciated, Mike.
Thank you.
I do want to recognize, we will be formally recognize you on May 9th. I don't want anyone to think that we've missed the opportunity, but we wanted to make sure that he stayed for the whole meeting, and we didn't want to, recognize him too early. But we will be formally recognizing him with the resolution at the May meeting. So,
Well, right now, I know I get more than 3 minutes. So, let me just...
You get 4.5 when you turn off the mics.
So I just want to first thank everyone. And, I was in King's Supermarket last week, and I don't know the resident that came up to me, but she just came up to me as I was checking out and said, just thank you for your service. I really appreciate everything you've done over the years. And just those kind of comments really mean so much, because I really did try. So, after joining the Board of Education more than 6 years ago, my twin daughters, Elizabeth and Caroline, were in 8th grade at Edison. Fast forward to the present, they're both in college students as they embark on their third year of studies. The swiftness with which the past 6 years have passed is truly astounding. The privilege of serving on the Board of Education with a team of intelligent, dedicated, and community-minded individuals has been an incredibly rewarding experience. I'm grateful to the many friendships that have formed. Although I had not intended to join the board initially, I was persuaded by a local resident and friend to consider it. My parents believed that hard work and education were essential to the foundations of future success. My father had to leave school after 8th grade to help support his family when his father passed away at a very young age. Similarly, my mother desired to attend college, but her father did not fully grasp the value of education. When my brother and sister were ready for school, both of my parents actively supported our educational goals. Both of my parents passed away over the past 4 years while serving on the board, but their values they instilled in me were always on my mind when making decisions. In my experience, serving on the Westfield Board of Education should be an opportunity to serve without political influence or bias. My primary focus has always been on what is best for the students. I constantly asked myself questions such as whether policies are appropriate, if our budget and expenditures meet the needs of all students within this district, and if we are providing a high-quality education while being accountable to the community we represent. Ultimately, my goal has been to ensure that every student in the district receives the best possible education, regardless of their background or circumstances. As a member of the Board of Education, it is important to uphold the highest ethical standards and to represent the district as a whole rather than any personal or political agenda. It is not about representing individual parents or issues, but about serving the community, ensuring that the needs of all students within the district are being met. Ultimately, the role of the board is to make those decisions that benefit the entire district while remaining accountable to the community that it serves. This requires a focus on collaboration, transparency, and a commitment to the best interests of students within the district. Having opposing views is not discouraged, but what's essential is we prioritize the interests of the board and the community that they represent. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to collaborate with board members from diverse backgrounds and beliefs around the table, all with a singular focus of maintaining the excellence of our school district. In the past year, we've achieved some significant milestones, including moving the election to April, implementing budgetary measures to avoid potential layoffs, and enhancing our leadership team with professional services. However, there's still work to be done. We have made some progress increasing STEM opportunities, implementing full-day kindergarten, and establishing an alumni network. These initiatives are still on the table. Nonetheless, we are making progress in all areas, and the budget we'll vote on next week will provide a foundation for continued growth. A future bond initiative and pilot funds allocated specifically for the school district will allow us to achieve these goals. I find the idea of laying off teachers to be unacceptable. When the decision to lay off teachers was presented at last year's budget meeting, I voted against it. This year, I fully support the budget, and I hope you do too. I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn from these dedicated teachers and staff of the district, and want to express my sincere appreciation for their hard work and commitment to upholding Westfield's tradition of excellence for children across their district. Their willingness to share their perspectives with me over the years has been invaluable, and I will truly miss this aspect of serving on the board. As I conclude my board time on the Board of Education, I will miss the opportunity to interact with fellow board members and share personal experiences, discussions, and even disagreements during our meetings. I particularly miss Brendan Galligan, who has served the longest. Your leadership, extensive knowledge of board policy, dedication to our district, and high ethical standards have set a benchmark for Westfield. I'd like to express my gratitude and admiration to Kent, Layla, Sonal, Kristen, Rob, and Mary for the privilege of working with them as well. It's been an honor and a pleasure to work with such dedicated board members, and I'm confident in the board in these capable hands going forward. Thank you to the assistant superintendents and supervisors for their dedicated work in supporting the district. A special thank you to Mary Ann McGann for utilizing various communication strategies to showcase the accomplishments of our districts. Another special thank you to Barbara Ball and her hard work behind the scenes in maintaining Westfield's reputation as a tradition of excellence. Thank you to Dana Sullivan and Patty Ramos for their exceptional financial leadership in our district. They consistently demonstrated forward-thinking ideas while adhering to strict state guidelines to ensure our district operates efficiently and in a financially responsible manner. Patty took over the responsibility of leading the district after Dana's retirement, and she seamlessly continued the great work without missing a beat. Their dedication and hard work is truly appreciated. As a board member, we are tasked with making various decisions during our tenure. One of the most significant decisions, which fortunately only arises occasionally, is the selection of a superintendent for the district. The last time we made such a decision, when I joined the board, was in 2007. I didn't join the board in 2007. That's the last time the decision was made. When Margaret Dolan was selected as superintendent. In 2021, after almost 50 hours of meetings with fellow board members, I can confidently say the appointment of Dr. Ray Gonzalez as superintendent of Westfield School District was one of the best decisions I made on behalf of our community. Dr. Gonzalez has proven to be an exceptional leader, and I'm proud to have played a part in his appointment. Since Ray Gonzalez has arrived, I clearly see the building blocks being put together to provide for the future success of our district and ultimately our students without any political influence. Among the highlights are implementing efficiencies to streamline processes, working with the mayor and community for the joint success of our town, ensuring students and teachers have the mental health resources they should have, improving guidance systems to allow students better identify their educational goals, hiring key alternative internal leaders, and strategic planning sessions that will bring dividends for years to come. Whether Ray is serving pancakes at a Rotary breakfast or tending a community luncheon at Temple Emmanuel, he has established himself as an educational leader within the fabric of the Westfield community. I personally thank him for what he is doing for our children. I want to thank the Westfield community for the honor of serving on behalf of the Board of Education over the past 6+ years. Lastly, I want to express my gratitude to my family, especially my wife Helen and my daughters Elizabeth and Caroline. They've been incredibly supportive of me during my tenure, even when missing family dinners or coming home late. Being a board member's family member isn't easy, but they've been understanding and proud of my work. I'm grateful for their unwavering support to my tenure, and I look forward to spending more time with them in the future. Although my tenure on the board has come to an end, my commitment to Westfield remains strong. I may no longer hold an official position on the board, but I'm eager to continue volunteering and contributing to the Westfield community that I hold so dear. Thank you.
Mike, thank you for your kind words, and truly thank you for all the work you've done.
Thank you.
You'll be missed. Helen, you get him back on Tuesdays now. All right. With that, Mike, do you have a motion you'd like to make?
Like to close the meeting?
Yes. Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
I could second it too.
Motion to add 6 more meetings before the reorg, so Mike can't go home yet.
Thank you, everyone.
Meeting is adjourned. Rob, Kristen, and Kent, you got to sign.